Hello, we are live. Do you feel called to serve, to create a thriving business, and know that you want to be more visible and create ongoing visibility that actually attracts and enrolls clients to work with you, and you are potentially struggling with one of these top 3 challenges that we're going to go over today? That's what we're talking about, the top 3 challenges, especially for those of us in the transformation industry. We really struggle with these top 3 challenges. So I'm going to do a quick training today on those top 3 challenges. And we're going to do a prize drawing for those of you who filled out the Ready for Liftoff assessment before the deadline of midnight last night. And we have drawn a lucky winner. I don't know if I have the whole name because it wasn't in the form, so we'll have to do some sleuthing and we'll reach out to her as well. I'm going to share who that is, but I want to talk about these first challenges. This is our Give Voice to Your Vision weekly visibility breakthrough training, and we're talking about these top 3 challenges that most transformation industry experts, online experts, coaches, healers, especially feeling called to share that big message, and the things that slow us down, stand in the way, or stop us. This is on the heels of the Ready for Liftoff assessment, which you can still access. It's a tool for you, and it is designed to help you get clear on what's working, what isn't working, and where do you need to focus in order to up-level your results. We're just past the midway point of the year, and it's not too late to add 6 figures to your bottom line if you're willing to do the honest inventory that we need to do in order to get clear on what's working and what isn't, have the support that you need, and find your own rhythm for consistent action. That's what we're going to talk about a little bit right now. Do this training real quick. I'll share the prize winner's name here at the end of the training. Welcome here in the States. We're getting ready for a long weekend, so I'm going to keep it close to the bone today. So let's talk about, first of all, these challenges. Now, I see this, we have shared this Ready for Liftoff assessment several times over the last couple of years. Again and again, I see these results. I know that I have clients and who have struggled with them as well and who are getting traction. So we're going to share some of those tools with you. And it starts with awareness, right? We always say here, there's 3 steps to transformation. And that first step is to become aware. And the Ready for Liftoff assessment, for those of you who filled it out, congratulations. It is a tool of awareness. Find out where you are, take honest inventory. And that means an internal inventory and an external inventory, doing your numbers, having systems and rhythms that work for you, help you to be consistent, is all part of the puzzle. Yeah. So the first thing that I see again and again is the feeling of inconsistency. This may look like, I know I should be more visible, but I'm not, or I do video and then I stop and start, or I don't have a way to show up consistently in a rhythm that works for me, that I can be streamlined in my content creation, know how to repurpose my content. Inconsistency is one of the biggest challenges that we face. And when we are inconsistent with our marketing, messaging, offer making, sales calls, and enrollment, we have inconsistent income and impact. Yeah. And so then we kind of beat ourselves up for being inconsistent, right? We beat ourselves up for, I should be doing this more, or I need to be doing this more. And there's a lot of very convincing ways that distract us from doing those high value actions. So this is the number one pitfall I see people sharing again and again: inconsistent implementation, which gets you inconsistent results. We are going to talk about the things that will help you to turn the tide on that very common, it's like a habitual pattern. It's like a hardwired pattern, and we need a way to shift it. Yeah. The second thing that I hear people sharing is that they're nervous or uncertain about their marketing, their messaging, and their sales conversation. So that feeling of, I don't want to be pushy, I don't want to be salesy. And we tend to maybe get visible, provide a bunch of value, but we start to be really indirect about how we're saying, hey, this is how I can help you. I heard you have these challenges in this particular thing. That's what I love to help people do. Do you want to have that conversation, right? And being consistent with our marketing and our messaging, having a a flow to it that leads to the invitation is what allows those sales conversations and the opportunity to invite people to work with you to be that next natural step in a conversation. And then the third pitfall that so many people struggle with is I don't know what to say. And I don't know what to say in my marketing. I don't know how to start and make a story that leads people to the results and the solutions that I provide. I don't know how to follow up, and I don't know how to say the offer. And we were just working on our visibility success call yesterday and the VPU mastermind the day before around actually giving voice to the words, using your physical voice and making the words come out of your mouth is an incredibly powerful tool. And sometimes we just think it should be better, or we need to try and get confident or figure it out before we can say it. And I had the blessing and the privilege to really just pull those words out of somebody who was struggling to give voice to that offer. Even though she knew it was a great offer and she knew she could help the person, it was hard to give voice to it. So that feeling of I don't know what to say, or trying to figure out how to say it right, that can just steal our words altogether. These are the three common pitfalls. There's a common root to them. And it comes, there's in the world, there's either love or there's fear. And the common thread to all of these things is really a fear of being judged, of not being professional enough, of not being ready enough, of not being good enough, of not doing it the right way, and of what other people might think. And we all have it. It's a human condition. But if we can name it and say, this is what it is, and then we get to have some choices, right? Then we get to choose, is this how I'm going to show up in the world? Is this really the thing I'm going to base my actions, my business growth, my impact, the calling? Am I going to withhold this message or healing or coaching or transformation process that I want to bring through? Am I going to hold it back because of those fears and uncertainties? Or what else could I do instead? We've got to, I'm going to say that the solution to all three of these pitfalls is what I have come to call, I have named here in our community, the inside out marketing. So the solution to inconsistent implementation and then therefore inconsistent results, the solution to nervous or uncertain about making offers and inviting people to hire you, and that fear of, I don't know how to say it, I don't know what to say. The real solution is what I call inside out marketing. So we have to allow that fear, call it what it is, but then we need tools and on all levels, mental, emotional, physical, spiritual tools, tactics and strategies to navigate and to choose something else, even while that fear may be slowing us down. Yeah, and that's how we transmute it, right? So I call that inside out marketing. So here are the 3 steps to inside out marketing. It starts with alignment. It starts with you trusting your calling, trusting yourself, alignment. Actually, that's the second step gets into the trust, but the first step is to be aligned with your calling. And then we need to figure out how to align with our audience. And usually that's just a little bit of information. And the VSA ladies are going through the market research process right now, and they're getting these ahas and it's coming together. They're learning how to get into alignment, to align your message with your audience, meet them where they are, right? And then we need to be aligned with the tools that we're using to share our message, the visibility tools that we're using, getting aligned with live streaming, getting aligned with blogs, playing to your strengths, and then adding in the ones that are a little bit more past the edges of your comfort zone. So the first step to inside out marketing, from authentic you, true calling, honoring that calling by sharing that calling in a way that's going to lead people to work with you and hire you, is to find and stay in alignment. That is a moment. Alignment happens in the now, and staying in the moment of alignment is a muscle that we build. We talk about visibility here is a practice. It's a practice like your yoga practice or your journaling practice or your meditation practice or your exercise practice, those things that you do each day. It is a practice. It is something that we step into again and again. And then the more we do it, the more we rewire our relationship to it. So step 1 is alignment. Step 2 for inside out marketing is that inspired self-trust. Trusting your inspiration, trusting your calling, trusting your intuition as a business tool, trusting your message, trusting yourself. That means you have permission and room to maybe flub the words or be new at something and not make it lessen the value that you can help other people to have, right? You are innately valuable. You're priceless simply because you exist. And your business, your message, your work in the world has great value to others. The transformation that you can help people to have is valuable. And we have to trust that. And that is also a muscle that we use. It's a practice. We choose and we act in self-trust. So the second step for inside out marketing that feels good to you, when it feels good to you, it's easier to do. Therefore, it's easier to be consistent when it feels good to you and you're in alignment with your audience and the tools you're using, then it feels good to your audience too. And they're like, man, I feel good when that person is connecting with me. I want to know more. And then you're willing to have the words, find the words, and connect with them and let them know how they're going to get more. Yeah. So the second step that I'm going to go back. I see if you're here, say hi. It's so great to have people comment, share your takeaways. Let me know that you're here. If you have questions, put them in the comments as well. Step 1 to inside out marketing is alignment. Alignment with your calling, your message, what you're here to do, alignment with your audience, and alignment with the tools that you choose to use. Yeah. Step 2 is inspired self-trust. Now, that's not what all the marketing coaches might be telling you, but that is the thing that will give you permission to put it out there, right? To get visible, to be consistent, trusting yourself as a practice. We may be feeling a little wobbly. I was feeling a little wobbly today. I had a massage and I was kind of relaxed. I was like, oh, but I want to do this, but I got to get my head in the game. Yeah. And even when I feel a little wobbly, I'm going to show up to serve. And the more I do that years and years now, the easier it is to drop in and allow my message to flow through. And yes, there are tactics, tools, and strategies for doing that more effectively. But you got to start with permission to begin. You got to start with owning and trusting yourself, trusting your calling, trusting that the right people will resonate. Yeah. And then the third step for inside out marketing is having support and community. So success occurs in clusters. And the myth of the solopreneur is exactly that. And it's a trap that I have fallen into, and so many people of, I can't afford support, or looking for little tiny pieces of scattered different kinds of support. Like I need the website's going to help me. And then if I can do lives, it'll help me. And then the patchwork quilt, some of that's great. There's great trainings and information, but having a home base, somebody to help you sift and sort all of the possibilities, a community. It may be a mastermind, it may be a particular mentor, or it may be even a Facebook group where you feel like you can come and ask a question, get the support that you need. So having support and community. And the thing that happens for so many of us is we think, well, I can't afford the help I need. This was something that I became aware of, I guess 3 or 4 years ago now. Is like, I want to have this business that can do this and this, but I can't keep doing everything all myself. And I want to hire more support, or I want to invest in this tool or this mentor, but I can't afford it. And I realized that it's really in the service transformation online space. We have this misunderstanding that we need to have our business earn its way. And of course, we need to have return on investment. And of course, we need to have a thriving business. But we also need to invest in ourselves and that business from the get-go. So people who have a brick and mortar business, they know they've got to get a building, and I always think of a pizza shop because my kids love pizza. And, you got to buy some ovens and some flour and some cheese and some sauce and have a place to sell the pizzas, right? Before you sell the first pizza. So having the right support and then investing. If you take a program with somebody and you just think they're great and you resonate with their message, letting yourself have the abundance of support is the faster way. I was talking with my friend, one of my colleagues in the mastermind, and she was saying that she helps people grow 7, 8 figures and beyond businesses, and that it's really a good barometer is, are you investing 30 to 50% of what you want your business to be making? So having that support is huge. The last thing I want to say is there's 2 things. So community is powerful too, right? You've heard the statistic that you make as much as the 5 people you spend the most time with in terms of your earnings. Well, the same is true for transformation. The same is true for business success. And so who are, we are in a culture a lot of the times, our culture doesn't say, we can say, I had a 50K month or I had a 50K week. We don't have a culture of people that are honing and doing this entrepreneurial journey of your business is a creative act. It is a spiritual path. That's a unique animal. We are unique perspectives. We have a unique perspective. So being in community with people who also get it, who are also doing that inner game work, they're also here to expand and they know it. That's why I call this our approach here inside out marketing. It has to come from the inside and go out. It is your calling, your message, and your heart and your vision and your voice. That's why we call this give voice to your vision, going out into the world to make impact, to change and create the world you want to live in and uplift others. So that happens in community. And sometimes we can get into a community that is trying to, I was talking to a friend yesterday, pick the lint off your shoulders or tweak you or fix you or tell you the things you're doing wrong or looking for those little things you need to make just a little bit better. And we really think we need to be made better. It's very common. I learned it as I was trained in classical arts, classical singing and theater tradition. I'm like, how can we make it better is our first thing. And I'm going to tell you that your transformation, your confidence, your consistent visibility, your prosperity, your credibility, all of those things are going to happen more quickly when you find the community who is all taking the risk, being vulnerable, daring to soar, daring to expand with you, where you're in a culture of people that are stepping past the edges of their comfort zone, people who are doing the best practices and the tactics and the tools and the strategies and all of those things, but they also know that this is a journey of expansion. We're always going to find things that we want to expand through and beyond. And so being in a community of other people who get that and who have that as a core value of their experience in business and in life is going to help you expand exponentially further, faster, more easily, and with more fun for that matter. So when you're looking for that community or that mentor, I always share this guide that I got from Julia Cameron in The Artist's Way back in, I think, 93. And she talks about having a champion versus a critic. Okay. Hey, if you're here, thanks for the thumbs up. If you're watching the replay, share your takeaways, please, in the comments. So let others benefit from the training. Julia Cameron talked about having a champion versus a critic. And I was a professional, classically trained singer for a long time who couldn't sing because of the well-meaning people and my own lack of self-trust who were trying to tweak it to make it a little better. So she said it so beautifully. We need to have a champion, not a critic. We don't need, and I also had the privilege to be directed by people who were brilliant directors who could give me a suggestion or ask me a question. And this is your best coaching, direction or a question that gives you that, oh, yeah, I'm going to try that. That's it. That aha feeling is how Julia Cameron talks about it. So you want to find the mentor in the community that gives you this, oh, yeah, aha feeling of, I'm going to try that, versus the feeling of, you need to work on your mindset, or are you really doing this? Or maybe you're like, what's wrong in here? There's something wrong in here and we got to fix it. Or the well-meaning people who are like really wanting to, help, but they're like, well, have you done this? And have you done that? And have you done this? And it doesn't matter what they do. It's not about them. But if you have the feeling of, oh, I did it wrong. This is hard. I'm not going to get it. It's not right. You're contracting. And in order to give voice to your vision, make a huge impact, and have that prosperity that you want, and the ideal clients, the consistency, the flow in your business and creation, content creation, program creation, enrollment conversations, we want to expand. So looking for the mentoring and the community that gives you that aha feeling versus that oh crap feeling. Those are the things I wanted to share with you. I didn't have time to make banners for them all. That is the space that we're holding in my Power Up Your Presence group. If you're watching there, I would love to hear your takeaways. And we have some fun things coming up towards the end of the month. We also have some cool offers from our partners. And before we go, I wanted to say congratulations to, I believe it was Kay Cox. COX is our winner. And let me see if, and I think that's Katie. I think I know who that is. And what we're gifting is time with me. We're gifting an invite to enroll. No, that's not true. We're gifting the Ready for Liftoff Power Up one-on-one session with me. So the team's gonna reach out to, I think it's Katie. Congratulations, super excited to support you in this way, where we're going to go through that Ready for Liftoff assessment, see where the sticking points are, and give you a step-by-step clarity. What are your next steps to shift your own inside out marketing so that you are getting better results? We are here at the middle of the year, and what has been a crazy time. Transformation is the new norm. There are so many people that are looking for, called to transform right now. We are doubling down on sharing resources from our friends and colleagues, from my friends and colleagues, and also providing you tools and trainings. We have, if you're in the Power Up Your Presence group on Facebook, we have a poll up right now. Again, people are talking about consistency in there. We're going to keep bringing you trainings every week here to help you with consistent visibility, giving voice to your vision, confident messaging. How do you show up and shine on camera? For sure, we're gonna run a challenge. The Visibility Power Up Challenge is coming up in a few weeks, and right now, my friend Alina is doing her Visibility Kickstarter. So we have a lot of resources for you. If at any point, congratulations, Katie. I'm excited to support you. I think it's Katie. We're going to check. And if you know that you need more support, how are you going to get it? What are you going to choose? What are you going to take action? What action will you take in order to get it? I can guarantee that your message matters, that there are hundreds and hundreds of people who really do want what you have, and you're the most aligned person to bring it to them. And so how are you going to, what will you change? What will you do differently to get different results? We're going to provide you lots of training here. But don't fall into the freebie mentoring plan. Yeah, if you have a community or a mentor or a program that you're participating in that you are resonating with, get the support you need. Reach out for the support you need. In our community here, if you're watching this video, you are invited to private message me, send us an email at michelle@michellekopper.com, and we can have a conversation about how we can support you, and always happy to get you clear on what your next steps are. The true thing is that we need more support now, not less. And the masters, the mid 6-figure, 7-figure, 8-figure business owners know that that stepping up to be in the front of your business, stepping up out of the soup and doing all the little things and leading into your leadership voice and doing the part that you love, that you feel called to do, is the most high value action you can take. That means being visible, and it means having that enrollment conversation or providing people ways to find out how they can work with you in your business. And so if all the other stuff is distracting you and you're trying to figure it out and how to do it, find someone, and if that's, you're picking up what I'm putting down, let's have that conversation, who can help you pull it together and give you that, aha, yes, I'm going to try that. Oh, that's so good. I love that kind of support. All right, my friends, happy 4th of July. Congratulations. Kay Cox is the prize winner of the Ready for Lift Off one-to-one with me. And we will reach out via email, let me show that here on the video. Yay! The Ready for Liftoff assessment is still available. I'll come back and make sure it's under this video and all the places that it is. It's totally free, no opt-in. Just go get clear, all right? Get clear, and you'll have a way to follow up with us. The team will make sure that you know how to reach out if you want, but it's really designed for you, so that you can see where your challenges are, what's working, what isn't working, and be honest with yourself about what's standing in the way, slowing you down or stopping you. And remember, you're not alone. The top 3 challenges that we face to get visible and enroll all the clients we want is inconsistent implementation, which leads to inconsistent results, nervous about the sales conversation or making offers, so we avoid it or we don't do it or we don't do it well, or it's fraught with emotion and insecurity, and that we don't know what to say. We don't know what to say in our marketing and our messaging, so that those sales calls are the next natural step in a conversation. And the real solution is what I call inside out marketing. And the first step to inside out marketing is to be aligned with you and your calling, and trusting yourself is the second. Aligned with you and your calling, aligned with your audience, aligned with the tools that you're using and the strategies that you're using. It's got to feel aligned. That tuning fork sensation of ping, yep, that's it, I'm going to do that, has to have some, you have to have some awareness, or allow that to be the deciding factor. Number 2 is trusting yourself, really trusting that tuning fork. We all have one. You doing what you need to do to tune in and trust yourself to choose the actions, the clients, the platforms, the words in the moment, even if you're nervous. Must have inspired self-trust, and that is a muscle that we use. It's a muscle that we flex. It doesn't come once and for all, and then we just go out and get visible all the time. Sorry, that's not the way it works. And then number 3 is the support and community that gives you that, oh yeah, aha feeling, instead of that, oh, I don't know if I can speak up, or I don't know if I'm doing it right, but how do I do it, and what am I doing? Yeah. So finding the right, the people that are with you in your crucible to expand, the people you feel called and supported by and inspired by. Yeah. And congratulations, Kay Cox is the prize winner of the Ready for Liftoff one-on-one, and we're going to send you an email and reach out to you and get that set up. You can still access the Ready for Liftoff assessment. So give yourself, shouldn't take more than 5 or 10 minutes to go through, note your answers, see what's standing in the way, slowing you down or stopping you, and then reach out for clarity on what are your next steps. Get the support you need. You are worthy simply because you exist. Your message matters. Your calling is real. That inside of you is true. And practice trusting that, and you will be guided to the right supports, ideas, inspiration, and alignment for you. All right, my friends, for those of you in the States, have a wonderful long weekend, and I will see you guys on the next Give Voice to Your Vision.